Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Money Podcast, your source for all things money. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres to keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Meg McKeen on the line, and she's founder over at Adjunct Advisors. Meg, welcome to the show.
Adam, thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here.
All right, so I'm excited to get into this new virtual 12-week program you have coming out for women in insurance called The Collective. So we're going to get into that, but before we do, tell us a little bit more about what you're doing over at Adjunct Advisors, please.
Thank you again, Adam, for the opportunity to be here and to share more about the work that I do to support insurance salespeople. So I do that through one-on-one coaching, through group workshop facilitation, through a podcast that I host called Bound and Determined, and through my latest offering, which you've mentioned, which is a 12-week virtual group coaching program for women in insurance sales called The Collective.
So a big fan of more women in finance, and I know that was where I started my career, was in finance, and to me there was always a lack of women in finance and just, helping with financial services. So I love what you're doing to support the industry. Tell us a little bit more about, kind of how you started and why you founded this business.
Yeah, this is year 20 for me. I never get tired of telling this story. I had a very traditional career path, all in the insurance industry, building my technical knowledge, building my sales skills, and then a year and a half ago was able to launch the consulting practice that I now run. And through it, I'm able to connect with women who frankly remind me so much of myself as I was working through all the different career options that came my way, and really identified over time what an opportunity women have uniquely to succeed in a career in insurance sales. There are things about how we're wired, how we're built, how we're made, that we can leverage for great success in a career in insurance sales. And I'm proud to be doing that work today.
Man, that's amazing. And I think it's a great transition. Let's get into The Collective. So tell us more. Yeah,
so this is a 12-week program. You can participate from your home office, from your office, from your car, from a coffee shop, wherever you are, we meet you there. And 10 women will be collecting together once a week for an hour and a half, and they'll have an opportunity to teach the other group members, their other collective members, about a specific topic relating to insurance. So we're learning in this group, and we're also sharing and we're supporting, because they'll also have the opportunity to solve real problems in their lives and their business by using the group collective, the mind. And of course, I'll be there sharing my own insights and my own ideas as a coach and a woman who's been navigating the industry now for all these years. I have plenty of opinions and plenty of ideas. And the takeaway for all of these women is 10 more women who are cheering them on and supporting them wherever their career journeys take them.
Give us a little bit more of an idea of kind of some of the content you have planned out for this, because first off, it's a great idea. I love it, and I'm just curious about some of the content that some of the women that are listening to this right now that are excited and they're like, ooh, tell us more. Give us some more.
Yeah, so we'll get together in that hour and a half, and we'll be using web conferencing software in order to make that efficient, show up literally for one another, and we'll kick off in the beginning with an update. What's going on in your work and what's going on in your life? What would you like to celebrate? Where do you need some help? And then we'll launch into that teaching session that I mentioned. And so women will come to the table with something that they want to share. Maybe they're an expert in a topic and they want to share with the audience about that, or maybe they want to learn. And so they use this opportunity to build their own expertise as they present to the group. It also helps any of us who have not been in a situation to present virtually to get comfortable showing up on camera, showing up in front of an audience. There's no safer place to work through those kinks than in a group like this. And from there, we'll use about 20 minutes for a woman in the group to share something that's going on in her life or her business that she's struggling with, and she needs help and she wants support. And we'll be able to chime in and give her that collective support. From there, we'll regroup and we'll do another update, If anyone has specific resources that they're looking for, they're welcome to share them with the group. And the really cool thing is from there, we take it online. So we've got an active Slack community where in between those live sessions, we can be sharing ideas and resources with one another. I understand that there is so much training out there in the insurance industry. What I have found is that it rarely landed in my lap when I needed it. There is no 5-step system to 10x your insurance sales practice overnight. It just doesn't happen that way. You need the resources when you need them. And this is an opportunity to get that support on demand and to continue to build your professional network, your network of professional women who are navigating what can be an often tricky time for a woman in the insurance industry.
Man, I love it. It sounds like such a great group that you're building, and just a really, I love the name of it, by the way, the Collective. It sounds like a great atmosphere for women to learn and grow in. And by the way, is this also for more senior and tenured insurance women in insurance? I'm just trying to get a feel for the type of career professional that this would be right for.
Yeah, the woman who's going to benefit most from a program like this is not at expert level. And it's not because she's not headed there. She's just not there yet. So she's still looking for technical resources. She's looking for that community and that support. And I would say best estimate for experience is probably 6 months to 5 years, maybe stretching that to 10. But a woman that's been navigating the industry for much longer than that probably has a lot of this support already built in.
That's awesome. And it also sounds to me like just a great place to build community. I mean, you're going through a 12-week program. I think that's one of the things I miss about college the most is when you go through a class with somebody for so long, you have that bond forever. I still talk to college buddies about classes we had freshman year about the most ridiculous things. And I feel like you just have that bonding moment too.
Yeah, and the accountability that we create for one another in a space like this is really powerful. We have sales managers, we have leaders in the firms that we work for, but so often we want to show up 100% as our best self to those people, and the reality is we are rarely at 100%, and this is a place to show up authentically and wholly just as you are in that day. We share the good days, we share the bad days, the good times, the bad times, and I welcome all of it. There's so much learning and so much growth that takes place in the uncomfortable places, and I don't find that we really offer a community of support like this in our typical 9 to 5. And I'll be bold. I am proud to be providing this for the women that will be part of the program.
Oh, that's amazing, and I love it. It's a great thing you're doing. And so, Meg, that being said, if somebody's listening to this and they want more information on the Collective or to connect with you, what's the best way for them to do that?
That's great. Thank you, Adam. The best way is to head over to bound.insure, and you'll see an option there to learn more about the Collective. You can also find me on LinkedIn, Meg McKeen, or head over to my website at adjunctadvisors.com.
Fantastic. Well, hey, Meg, really appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing more about your background and all the great work you're doing with this new 12-week program called The Collective. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. Hope you learned a lot. If you did, don't forget, subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review on the Mission Matters Money website, and also don't forget, if you're watching this on YouTube, to leave some comments on the comment section. Love to connect with you there. And Meg, thanks again for coming on the show.